The Hamilton County Health Department kicked off a new way of administering COVID-19 vaccines, but the results were familiar. Many people were turned away again, and others had to wait hours before the process began. Channel 3's Angela Kim joins us now with more information after following the events of the day. Good afternoon, Angela.
Hey, David. Well, distribution started this morning here around 9 a.m. Not an empty place before then. There were cars here hours, at least 4 hours before that site opened up at 9 a.m. And those people in the front of the line, they were able to go in and get their vaccine. But for those who arrived later on in the morning, there was some confusion about whether they were still able to stay in line and get a vaccine or not.
I'm sitting at home and I am vaccine-less.
Jeff Hornsby says he thought he was prepared to get his COVID-19 vaccine, but when he arrived an hour early, he says he was turned away by traffic enforcement officers. Others left when they saw this sign on Amnicola Highway saying no more vaccines were available.
And she asked him if we were in the line for the COVID vaccine, and he said no, there are no more vaccines available.
When he got home, he learned there were vaccines available. The health department said in a tweet the sign was inaccurate and they were working with partners to correct this information.
I texted her back and said, no, we're at home. And she said, well, on their website at 8:47, they said there was still vaccine available and that you should stay in line.
Corinne Hurt got one of those vaccines after waiting more than 4 hours on New Year's Eve and being turned away. She showed up long before the river park opened.
Got here in line about 10 to 5, and now I'm all done and I'm very happy to get it.
Hurt said the changes made by the health department after last week's traffic backup and miscalculation made a difference.
Very easy, nothing to it.
But Hornsby says he's feeling discouraged.
My question for somebody at the health department would be, if you needed to get the vaccine, what would you do?
The Chattanooga Police Department and Tennessee Highway Patrol, which were handling traffic enforcement outside the river park, referred Channel 3 to the health department about the confusion. The health department did not respond to our questions, but sent a press release warning people that lines form early and waits will be long, advising them to fill their cars with gas and to bring snacks and a bottle of water. Drivers will also need to go through Chattanooga State's entrance, and traffic will not be allowed to build beyond the intersection of Amnicola Highway and the Power Exchange Center. Now, we did reach out to the Hamilton County Health Department with some additional questions, but they do require media to submit those questions through a written form, and there typically is no timeline as to when you're going to go and get those answers back. However, we did just get those answers right before we came on the air, so we're going to take a look at those answers and bring you an update in the next hour. But for now, what we can tell you is that tomorrow morning at 9 a.m. behind us, the Tennessee River Park will be open again for additional vaccines, and those people eligible are people in phases 1A1, 1A2, and people who are 75 and older with the last names L through Z this time. Reporting in Chattanooga, Angela Kim, Channel 3 Eyewitness News.